Good day everyone, most especially to all the viewers of 6 Cavite Research Conference. And on behalf of my co-author, I do hope that you will learn something from our study at the end of this video. I am privileged to present to you our research entitled Challenges and Barriers to Modular Learning in the Time of COVID-19. I am Kevin Kurtz Epeña-Flor, and together with my co-author, Mrs. Marina Video Campo, and we are from Eugenio Cabezas National High School. Schools across different countries closed their doors during the COVID-19 pandemic. These measures impacted not only all students, but also schools, educators, and parents as everyone is struggling in transitioning to different distance learning platforms. On June 2020, DepEd released their Learning Continuity Plan, a comprehensive document outlining different interventions that the department intends to adopt in response to COVID-19 pandemic. In the empirical study conducted by Olamo, Mengistu, and Dory 2019, they found out that the challenges hindering the effective implementation of the harmonized modular learning curriculum. Some of the challenges mentioned are: the facilities and materials were not available at the required quantity and quality. Awareness raising training on modularization has almost been neglected. And some academic administrators and instructors were not committed to playing their roles in the implementation of the curriculum. According to the study of Ayeras N. and Labrador W. 2020 from the Division of Cavite, they found out that there is no significant relationship between home learning environment and academic performance of students. It is in this regard that the researchers aim to determine the challenges and barriers to modular learning in the time of COVID-19 in Eugenio Cabezas National High School. To ensure the overall validity and reliability of the study, specific procedures were followed. Convenient sampling technique was used for choosing the participants of the study. For the data collection, the instrument used consisted of two parts. Part 1 is composed of the demographic profile of the students, and Part 2 focused on the challenges encountered by the students in modular learning. Ethical permission was obtained from the school head of Eugenio Cabezas National High School. There was voluntary participation, and written consent was asked before administering the survey. A send form for minors was used and issued informed consent for their parents. Also, privacy and anonymity of the respondents was of a paramount of importance. The researchers used quantitative research method. The data were collected through survey questionnaire using Google Form. The data were extracted from the Google Forms and was analyzed using frequency and mean to statistically describe the results. It is found out in the study that majority of the respondents are 13 years old and female. It is also found out that students are physically capable and mentally prepared for studying all the subjects for the school year using module. Also, students have enough time and resources to prepare themselves for the next quarter. Teachers have the resources and skills necessary to teach their subject using modular learning. The school has enough resources to support modular learning. The research focused only on the current challenges encountered by the students in modular learning, in terms of individual barriers, domestic barriers, institutional barriers, and community barriers as they perceive. It is concluded in the study that the students are well capacitated for modular learning. It is recommended that the stakeholders should address the individual, domestic, and community barriers so that the learners can avoid these challenges that may hinder them to excel in their academics, especially on modular learning. The school should continue their good practices, lessen the workload of the students, and collaborate to different stakeholders to devise a counter plan to lessen and prevent the challenges experienced by the students. As we bring our research presentation to a close, we once again thank you for watching us, and we hope that this activity has given you a much clearer understanding of the current situation of our students and pave way for improvement of their overall learning experience. Thank you for watching.